Hello everybody, how is it going? I am Lucas and today we are going to be looking at an album from the notorious Car Bomb called Mordial. Quick little trip down memory lane. Whenever I was an intern over at Gear Gods, I wrote a story about Car Bomb when their last album came out, Meta. I had actually never listened to Car Bomb before I had wrote that article, and I was kind of mad at myself after I checked the album out because Meta is so good. Meta was one of my top albums. It came out in 2016, which is kind of hard to believe. I still actually jam it to this day. That album is so very good. And that brings us to the new album, Mordial. This album sonically is a little bit different than Meta. Meta was a little bit more production-wise. I mean, it was a little bit more scooped. It had a little bit more of a djenty sound. Kind of sounded a little bit more like Meshuggah-esque, I guess you could say. This album, sonically and guitar tone-wise and mix-wise, it's very fat. It's kind of reminiscent of their first album. It's very chunky. It's very like in your face, which it sounds really good. It has a lot more bass than what Meta had, but the song structure and all the cool things that make Car Bomb are still here. Car Bomb's really kind of hard to describe to people. I like to tell people it's like if you mix Meshuggah with Dillinger Escape Plan and sprinkled chaos in it, it's kind of what Car Bomb is. Because, like, you know, a lot of the songs, they'll get crazy, like Dissect Yourself, that's the one all up in it, and it's crazy, and then, you know, you have these nice sections that it calms down, then it gets crazy again. That's Car Bomb in a nutshell, and you have a lot of that on this album. You have lots of songs like Hello, which is one of my favorites. That was one of the tracks that they released before the album came out. That one's really cool. That one's really good. You have Blackened Battery. That one's really cool. You have so many good songs on this album, and there's really not a bad song on there. I really didn't find myself not liking any one of the songs when I was going through it. And like I said before, this album reminds me a lot of their first album sonically, but they mixed a lot of the elements that they did in Meta. They mixed that into this new album too, and it really shows. And this album was mixed by Nolly Giga, and what I really like about Nolly is he takes the vocals and he puts them just above the instruments, so it makes it really easy to hear. In the last album I actually reviewed on the channel, the As I Lay Dying's new album, one of the songs that Nolly mixed on there, he did the same thing too. Compared to all the other songs were really good, but for his, the vocals sat right on top and it was very easy to hear. So what would I give Mordial from Car Bomb? I'm gonna have to give it 4.5 pews out of 5. This album is great. It kind of really picks up where Meta left off. It has all of those same elements that were on Meta, but like I said, they kind of mixed it in with the texture, I don't say culture, but the texture and the feel of the very first album. They infused that and they mixed in those elements from Meta right in there. So, what do you think about Car Bomb's new album, Mordial? Let me know in the comments down below. So you're gonna have to be out. Peace.